Haha, yeah, I'm cheesing. Lions won, baby. Big win. Come from behind. All that kind of crap. Miracle. Everything. One of those games that towards the end there, you got your play sheet, you got your game plan, and you just rip it up and you say, our quarterback has an arm. Let's actually throw the ball. The running game's not working. Let's open it up. That's what they did. Lions get the win 24-23 at home against the New Orleans Saints. Now, I was going at it again on Twitter during the first half about Stafford. Of course, since we didn't put up 35 points in the first half, the Twitter trolls were coming out against Stafford, saying that, that everything else that they've always been saying, that he sucks, can't do anything without Calvin, all this crap. And, so it was fun for the first half. It was nice to, see that they had nothing to say the second half, and they're nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter. And right now, it's nice to see. So, Stafford, I'm not saying that Stafford's great and that he had an awesome first half, but they weren't struggling because of Stafford. They had no run game. He had one bad pass. And even that one bad pass, that one interception, everyone on Twitter, oh, you can't do that. You can't get such. It was a rollout. You don't set your feet on a rollout. It's meant to be thrown on the run. So he never should have thrown the pass. I get it. Just like Breeze never should have thrown the pass in the fourth quarter, but I didn't hear anyone saying, oh, Breeze should know better. He's been in the league this long, blah, blah, blah. So, he had that one bad pass, but otherwise, that game and that first half struggles was not on Stafford. That was on very ultra conservative play calling. Run wasn't working, so we kept doing it. Bush running backwards 20 yards. No holes. Stafford's getting hit again. Penalties. You name it. It was just a first half of just sitting on the couch staring at the TV. I wasn't getting mad. I wasn't getting excited. It was a weird feeling because I had no emotion really for 3.5 quarters. They weren't getting killed. They weren't doing anything. It was just a blah game, until the fourth quarter when the emotions came alive. Little monster and Lions football in the fourth quarter don't mix. My heart was going crazy. So, oh man, it feels good. 5-2 feels so much better than 4-3. I bet that plane ride that they're on right now at 8:45 Eastern Time Monday night is a lot more enjoyable. After a win like that, we've all too often been on the other end. They said about half the team left, or half of the fans left in the fourth quarter. I've seen that. I used to be a season ticket holder. I was a season ticket holder from 2009 to 2013, and wish I could have kept them, but it's hard to afford that kind of budget. 26. I think we were paying $2,600 every year. So, and now being in Virginia, it doesn't make any sense. I still lost money last year trying to sell them. So, I saw that. I shouldn't say I've never. One game in my life that I've ever been to, and I've probably been to over 50, 60 at this point after all those games I went to the last 5 years. I have only left the game early once. My very first NFL game, as caring. When I was a kid living in Georgia, I went to a couple Atlanta games, but I don't really remember those too much, so I don't really count those. But I was about 14, went to a game in Lambeau. Lions obviously lost because they haven't won since I was 4. So in Lambeau, Lions were losing pretty good towards the end of the game, so my dad was like, hey, let's just get home, let's beat traffic, all that. I'm like, okay. As we're walking out, I hear crowd go crazy in a bad way, and I try to run to see what happened, but I couldn't tell. Get home, realize that Jermaine Crowell had an amazing diving one-handed catch, and he was my favorite player at the time, and I left early and was unable to see what I think was voted the best play of the year. So ever since then, I said I'm not leaving a game early. I don't care how much you're losing. I don't care anything. Especially, and now that I'm paying for the tickets myself, I don't understand leaving. You paid all that money, and I don't care how dire it is. I'm gonna sit there and sulk if I need to. I'm gonna sit there till the final whistle. I paid, you know, $69, I think it was, per game. I'm not leaving early. So, you know, I just don't get leaving early. You know, you never know, especially with how many big late game heroics have we had under Stafford. You know, you can say what you want. You know, even if I were to say agree with you and say, okay, he's a below average quarterback, all this shit, but he has a lot of late game comebacks. We had 3 alone in 2011. We had that crazy one against Dallas last year. I'm not saying I thought it was gonna happen. I didn't. You know, I felt weird. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't like mad or sad or anything, but you know, it just felt like something, at least that they were going to put up a fight at the end. I didn't think they were going to pull it off, especially at the end, just being conditioned and all the layers of butthurt being a Lions fan. You know, just it rang true at the end. Even when we got the lead, I was like, man, a minute 48, one timeout, Breeze, all they need is a field goal. You know, how many games did we lose last year just on freaking field goals? So, and this year against the Bills, I'm like, oh, we're only up 1. We're going to end up losing this by 2. It's going to be, oh, it was fun. But, you know, you can imagine the Drew Sharp article. Oh, you know, you Lions fans thought you were going to win, ha ha. You know, the Detroit sports reporter, he's a fucking moron. So, yeah. I know, nothing more than just a smile and just saying, hey, we stole one. That's what it was. Just like we shouldn't have lost to the Bills. We should have lost yesterday, so we're even. We're back to 0. 5-2 is a perfect record for us right now. Feels good. Still number 1 in the division. Even though the Packers won, we still got the tiebreaker. So we're sitting with 5 wins. I mean, that's tied for second with the most wins. I mean, there's a couple 6-win teams, but the NFC is looking kind of weak this year, guys. I mean, the number 1 team in the NFC is the Cowboys. Cowboys are 6-1. It looks like they might finally not finish 8-8. Yeah, the Packers with us 5-2. Arizona's looking good, but I still can't put. I don't buy that that's gonna hold. There's just something about the Carson Palmer led offense that I'm not sold on. So it's looking good. You know, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I got the proverbial rose-colored glasses going here, or Honolulu blue colored glasses. So I'm excited. Big game on Sunday. I bet you can predict what my prediction will be, but again, this is another poor team we're playing, and we're coming off that kind of win, which could be an emotional letdown. Who knows? You know, they have a horrible, horrible offensive line, and their defense is brutal. I mean, they have 2 players on that whole team, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Roddy White's basically a non-factor anymore. They have no tight end. Their running back was great 5 years ago, hasn't done shit in forever. So, you know, we should go over to the UK and whoop some ass. But more on that on Friday. But that's next up. Atlanta's 2-5. So 5-2 Lions at 2-5 Atlanta. That would be this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Remember that. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time is kickoff. NFL's experimenting, playing the game at, 1 o'clock there. So be ready. I'm getting up really early, doing my normal pre-game ritual before the game. So I can't wait. I love watching games that are on during times that normally there's no football. So 9:30 a.m. is going to be awesome. The game's going to be over before the 1 o'clock games even start. So it's going to be fun. NFC North update. Lions, like I said, they're still first, but Packers, they whooped up on the Panthers. 38-17, I think, was the final. And even that wasn't nowhere close. I think it was 38-3 or something like that going into the fourth quarter, something like that. Bears lose to Miami. I called it here. I picked Miami to win. Miami beat the Bears. Pretty handily. Bears are now 0-3 at home. Minnesota loses to Buffalo. They had that game, you know, in wraps. Like it was fourth, or I think it was, whatever it was. It was like 2 or 3 seconds left in the game. They had 1 play left, and they threw it to Sammy Watkins, and somehow he kept his feet in, and they lost. So that was tough loss for Minnesota. Bridgewater got his first touchdown, all that kind of stuff. But Lions 5-2, 2-0 in the division, tied for first with Green Bay, but with the tiebreaker. So they're sitting at number 3 seed right now. If the season were to end, it'd be Dallas with a 1 seed, Arizona with a 2 seed, Lions with a 3 seed, Carolina with a 4 seed. Then I think it's Packers and Seattle. I could be wrong. I think now that they're 3-3, I think they're. I could be wrong with that one. No, it's Philly. I'm sorry. Philly is the 6th seed right now. So Packers 5-2, 2-1 in the division. Bears 3-4, 0-1 in the division. And the Vikings are 2-5 and 0-2 in the division. So 5-2, baby. Oh, feels good. Feels amazing. So talk to you guys Friday. Go Lions. Have a good week, everyone. Remember, 9:30 on Sunday. Don't forget. Don't set your alarm for like 9 and fucking be able to realize, oh shit, the game starts in a half hour. 9:30 a.m. Sunday. But catch me back here on Friday for a preview of the week. So talk to you guys later.